you are into.
Welcome back to Bachelor Happy Hour's Golden Hour. Thanks for joining us. We're so excited to be back. Susan, how are you doing there sweating up a storm in Philly?
I'm telling you, it's 100 degrees and my pool's sitting outside and I'm too busy to get in it. I mean,
Is your pool bath water?
Not yet. That's like August.
Oh my God. I can't believe how hot it is. I feel vindicated. Can I just say, it's this freaking hot in Austin, Texas from June through September. How does the rest of you like it? How are you feeling? This is what we deal with.
In the month of May, I had my air conditioner on as well as my heater on. It was crazy. And here it is June and it feels like August.
I mean, my plant's already dying.
That's the good news.
My plant's already dying, like the sun just bakes them here.
I know.
Yeah,
I hear you.
It's crazy.
So today, we are going to be answering all of the fan questions and make sure you keep submitting those because we love doing it. You know what to do. Just go to bachelornation.com/golden hour and just keep submitting.
Yes, we love to hear from you. Send us everything. We want to hear your questions, your updates. We'd like to know how you're staying cool in this hotter than hell weather we're all having. You can also
and who
DM
else has
us.
a separate air conditioner with central air?
What now? What?
Who else out there has to put a separate air conditioner in a room when you have central air conditioning?
Okay,
it's crazy.
Well, let me just say, Susan, we'll get into our topics here in a second, but as far as air conditioning goes, you have a 2-story home. Here is a novel idea for you. Put in a second unit, one for the first floor.
Yeah,
and one for
I
the
think
second
I'm going to get one of those mini splits. I really do.
Yeah, they're good too. All right.
Yeah.
So send us everything, your questions, your updates. We want to hear from you. Hope you're staying cool. You can also DM us on Instagram at Bachelor Happy Hour.
Absolutely can. Okay. Time to get into the episode. Let's start, Kathy, with the question of the day.
Okay.
Today's episode is all about addressing the elephant in the room. When was a time where you were in a situation where there was an elephant in the room, and how did you navigate it? Are you someone that needs to call these things out, or do you prefer to avoid them? Oh, what a question for Kathy.
Oh, no. I was going to say, go for it. You give me your answer. I want to hear what you have to say.
It just depends on what's happening. You believe it or not, Kathy? Believe it or not.
Yeah.
Sometimes I prefer to avoid it.
I actually do believe that. And you
there
know
are
I do.
times where I call it like it is.
Yeah. Well, I think we're both the same in there.
Yeah, it depends on the situation, I think.
Yeah. I mean,
Like, give me a for instance.
well, when I think about addressing the elephant in the room, for me, the thing that always comes to mind is rudeness. If someone is rude, I don't tolerate that very well. I don't tolerate it at all. And so for me, if I'm sitting with a group of people and someone does something rude, I'm likely to call them out. The elephant, everyone's sort of looking around, oh my God, did she say
No, I
that?
look
Really?
right at them. And
Yeah, I'll often say,
faces
that
can read,
wasn't, yeah. But
like, ew, I've said that before. Ew,
Yeah.
did you really just say that?
Yeah.
Ew.
I think elephant in the room is a big umbrella term for uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And uncomfortable takes so many different forms.
And makes others uncomfortable. That's
Yeah,
what you're
I mean,
saying. Yeah.
I think it can be dating. The elephant in the room, are you going to go to bed with the guy? I mean, there's so many. Are you going to go to bed with the guy? Are you going to go out with him again? The elephant in the room can be something about paying a bill, like we talked about in another episode.
Yes,
who's
we
paying
did.
the
We
bill?
just
How are you
talked
going
about that, yeah.
Well, you give me an example.
Well, like you said, the rudeness, first of all. I mean, I've been with my 2 best friends, my 2 gay friends, and I'm in the back seat. And
Wait, excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. My 2 best friends? Where am I? Chopped liver all of a sudden?
They're my gay best friends, Kathy.
Oh,
You're
just
not
checking.
gay.
Oh, okay. Let's
And I'll be
repeat
in the
that.
back seat. And one of them does have a short, not a short fuse, but he can bite. And his remarks are, and where the other one and me are sensitive Sams, and we feel hurt, and I could feel the other one's pain, and I'll go, excuse me, that was not nice. And then he'll say, see, even she agrees. But that's not really an elephant in the room, but it is. Like, I called them out on it because we're friends. I don't care.
But it's something
I could
that made
say.
you uncomfortable. That's what I'm saying. Elephant in the
Exactly.
room is usually something that people don't want to talk about or they don't want to address because it's either going to make them uncomfortable or make somebody else in the room uncomfortable. And
What if you walked into a room and I don't know if this would be a situation where it would be referred to as an elephant in the room, where you walk into a room and you know they were just talking about you. You feel it. It's intuition.
well, I would not
Address
I
it.
won't. I won't address.
90% of the time you don't, but sometimes you do.
Not. I would not address it in a.
In front of people or
No, I mean I wouldn't do it in a attacking way. I mean, you know me, I might joke and go, "Hey, it got quiet in here all of a sudden. What y'all talking about? What's my zipper down?" You know, I would make a joke of it, but I'm not. I'm telling you, we've talked about this on air and between us as outgoing and as loud and friendly as you and I both are to each other and to others. We're not, you know, I don't really like confrontation too much.
I hate confrontation.
I really
do.
don't.
But I've been in that situation where I walked in and I know. And you know what? It embarrasses them. Oh, do you want to finish? Just because I'm here, you don't want to finish the sentence?
You'll
if
say
there's
that?
something you don't like about me, it's okay.
You'll say that.
Yes, I have. Not will. I have.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah,
And I
you know.
felt more pain than they probably did. It was hard for me to do, but I thought, I'll be damned if you think you're going to get over on me.
Yeah, I think I really do. I hate saying this. It sounds so wishy-washy, but you know, I think you have to navigate it on a case-by-case basis.
Yes, you do.
Like, for
I agree.
example, you and I've talked about this. We've taken trips with our kids. And I don't know about you, but my children often think that I have a money tree out in the backyard and I just go out there and, you know, pick a couple of thou
Absolutely.
every morning. What can I help you with today? Oh, you'd like a new
Absolutely.
car? Let me go out and get the money off
Whenever
the other.
we go to dinner, it's just like they assume your mother's 68 now. Pick up the tab, people. I've been picking it up for 68 years.
What do you ever address it with your children? Because I'm guessing you don't.
No, I don't.
Of course, you don't.
I bust their balls a little bit afterwards. Hey, once in a while you could treat Mom. I would have treated. Just say something. What am I supposed to do? Say, Chris, were you going to pay tonight? Nick, or you got this? No.
But say that's the elephant in the room, that you know they're not going to pay and you don't say it. So,
No.
like, for example, I am taking, in fact, I need to get my checkbook out. No, seriously, I've got to get out right now. I am, my daughter and my son-in-law and my granddaughter, I told them I would take them for a weekend down to the beach in October. Because right now, do I need to say again? Texas, another word for Texas this time of year is hell. It's hotter than hell here. And so we're going to go down to the shore in October. So I said, you know, my daughter's great at planning stuff. I
Why
said,
didn't you suggest that we go together?
we are going
Instead
together.
of you taking them.
Well,
everybody go and we split.
Well,
it.
because you know what? I've said this to you before. I would rather spend my money on my kids and
Oh,
have
well, then,
experience
okay.
and have experiences with my kids than whatever.
Then-
and
then
so,
you don't-
but
then
my
you
deal
can't
is,
complain.
I'm not complaining. That's where I was going is the elephant in the room for me is, hey, I'm going to pay for this condo on the beach, but you know, last time I looked, you have to eat while you're alive. So maybe you guys can pick up the groceries. Like
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
elephant in the room. Now it's going to be really hard for me to say that, but I will. The
Because
elephant.
they won't do it automatically. They just
Well, my
assume
daughter,
Mom will get it.
they're getting better. I mean, my kids are a little bit older than yours. They're getting, well, I guess they're about the same age,
they're
but
not.
they're,
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
elephant in the room. Now, it's going to be really hard for me to say that, but I will. The
Because
elephant.
they won't do it automatically. They just
Well, my
assume Mom
daughter,
will
they're
get it.
they're getting better. I mean, my kids are a little bit older than yours. They're getting, well, I guess they're about the same age,
they're
but
not.
they're getting better. They're getting better about doing it. But the elephant in the room for me is always translate equals
But wait.
uncomfortable.
Are you like me when they do say, no, Mom, we got it? I go, no, that's okay.
Well, I will tell you, I had, okay,
I'm like,
here's what.
but kicking myself, you know,
Yeah.
like that's exactly what you were just talking about. But it just felt good that they offered.
I know. The other night, I had everybody, 10 of us, all my family, the grandkids, everybody here for dinner. And as everyone knows, Kathy cooks up a storm, not.
Yeah, right.
And so, Kate, wait, I've reached an all-time low, Susan. I'm embarrassed. You're going to use this against me. I know you are. So I said to Caitlin, my daughter, okay, she can order anything. I swear to God, she single-handedly keeps Amazon in business. So I said, listen, if you order all the food, I'll pay for it. She has my credit card. I said, just order. She ordered, I mean, she didn't forget relish. She had like toothpicks for the olives. I mean, it was ridiculous. Anyway, they roll in. Well, I realized that we needed more ice cream, and there were a couple of things that she didn't get. And so I asked Kyle if he would get it. And I said, I'm paying for dinner, so I'll Venmo you for all of it. So he rolls in with, the ice cream, the few things, the Gatorades and the ice cream. It was probably $35 worth of groceries. And I said, Kyle, let me just request me, and I'll pay you. And he goes, no, Mom, it's okay. I said, no, Kyle, I'm paying for dinner. I don't do this that often. I'm paying. Venmo request me. He goes, forget about it. And so you know what I did? I forgot about it. Thank you, Kyle.
Good job.
So, every once in a while I'll do that. But again, the elephant in the room, like, are my kids paying? Am I paying? Yeah. Are you paying for my dinner? Am I paying for my dinner? I mean, it's, you broke my figurine. Are you going to offer to pay for it? Like, it's sitting there smashed on the floor. Who's paying for it? I mean, it's always equals uncomfortable. Exactly. So there it is.
What do you think of when you hear Amazon Prime? Delivery trucks outside your home, your favorite streaming shows, of course. But there is so much more. Whatever you love, that's what Prime is. Prime helps you get more out of whatever passion you my life.
Threatening to destroy everything they've everywhere, August 20th. Fights? Open with Rich Girl Summer. They're in love with the impossibly hard to read and infuriatingly handsome family.
Served as a complete and balanced meal, serving them meals they'll love. Designed to be mess-free, Warm Bowls are an exciting new way for pet parents to elevate everyday meal experiences. Shop new Caesar Warm Bowls online and in stores today.
Us and our babies. Can I just say before I read that? All right. We're going to get to our fan questions.
Okay.
Here's the first one. It's from Anonymous. Hi, ladies. I need an outsider's perspective, knowing if this is weird. Can I just say before I read this, if you think it's weird, Anonymous, it probably is, but let's find out. My sister and I both had babies earlier this year within a month of each other. We spend most of our days right now with just us and our babies, and it's truly a dream. When one of us has to run a quick errand or do something around the house, the other one watches both babies. This led to us breastfeeding each other's babies when needed. It isn't a super regular thing, but if her baby is screaming and she's running to drop off a package, I just feed him. We both have great milk supplies, and she's my sister and he's my nephew. I didn't think it was weird. One time her husband came home when I was breastfeeding their son, and he lost it on me, saying how weird and gross it was. Now I feel weird being around him and being around my nephew. My sister and her husband have since talked about it. He was just shocked and confused, and the whole situation was just uncomfortable. I guess my question is, do you think it's weird to breastfeed your sister's kids? We're all healthy and blood related. Let me know if we're the weird ones or if my brother-in-law is.
No, I don't think it's weird at all. I think he was shocked because why would you be doing that? But she had milk and they are blood. I mean, I know women, I don't know them personally, that feed babies their breast milk and they have nothing, there's no relation whatsoever.
Do you want to know why I'm laughing?
Why? I don't know if I should tell you the situation.
That's exactly. These are things that I admit to because I think it's just me talking to Susan. I tell her everything. Then I'm like, oh, no, shit. I just said this on the podcast. So when I had my first child, my neighbor who lived 3 doors down had her first son. This girl was so thin, it was painful to look at her. She had no milk and her scrawny, thin baby. And literally, I'm not joking, one day she came, and I had enough milk to feed half of a, developing nation. And I donated milk to the milk bank because I had very high fat content. They nicknamed my stuff the Guernsey cow. I mean, I fed my kids and donated tons of milk to the milk bank. Okay. She comes and knocks on my door. I'm laughing, but it wasn't funny at the time. Pale, crying, holding her baby.
Baby's
He's
hungry.
screaming. She said, Kathy, I can't. And I said, give me that baby. I knew what she wanted. I could just tell. And I fed him and nursed him. And she took him home. And it makes me now. I mean, it's just, at the time I was just like, oh my God, let me help you. She said the baby slept 6 hours because he was
God
so
bless.
hungry. He never slept. And so, I did that for her.
And there's nothing wrong with it.
it's
I don't
because
think.
you know
I think
what?
the fact
Breasts-
that the husband walked in and didn't expect
exactly.
it.
And the thing
I
is,
don't think you
nursing-
should feel uncomfortable about it at all.
Yeah, I don't either. I think that
No.
breasts are, here's the thing, they're like dual. They're like, manual transmission, automatic transmission. They're sexual, but they're also, if you're feeding a baby, that's what they're there for. They produce milk.
My girlfriend, and this is going back, oh God, 40, maybe 43 years. And he was my godchild. And Debbie had to go out, and I was watching the baby. He screamed bloody. I almost took him to the ER. Like, this child would not stop. And I had her breast milk in a bottle, the whole bit. Kathy, I was crying myself. I didn't know what to do. And I'll be damned if I was going to ruin her evening and call her. I was not a mother yet. I whipped it out, put it in there. This child sucked me so hard. I was like, oh my God, this hurts. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Wait a minute. I just
But
want to
wait,
get this
he
straight.
went to sleep. When Debbie and Tom came home, I said, I had this guilt written all over my face. She goes, is everything all right? I go, I did something. She goes, what? I said, I'm afraid to tell you. Her husband laughed so hard. He still laughs about it today. I said, I didn't know what to do. He would not stop crying.
He wouldn't take the
wanted
bottle?
Huh?
He
no,
wouldn't
he
take the
wouldn't
bottle?
take it.
Oh, that's
And
what
he
happens
didn't get anything
sometimes.
from me. But it was
Wait.
just that I don't
Are you
know,
sure,
but
Susan?
I
Are
was
you
a
sure?
little embarrassed. It took me a
that's
minute.
really funny.
I was by myself. And I
Listen,
thought,
no
what the
one's
hell?
listening to us, so I nursed the neighbor's baby, and you nursed your friend with no milk. It could happen to anyone.
It satisfied him. No, it did. I was dying.
The
but it
things that are
hurt.
running. We got to move on to the next question. The things that are running through my mind are not publishable. Keep going.
Okay, so yes, thank you for writing in, and don't worry about it. Your sister's husband will get over it.
Yeah.
At least his son was fed.
And
Tell
I
him
love that you and your sister are so close.
Oh, that's so
And you have
awesome.
kids the same age. It's great. You're going to have a great
Absolutely.
life together. Yay, you.
Okay, Kathy, the next one is from an anonymous. Ladies, I really need your help. My husband's brother tried to hook up with me, and I don't know what to do. By the way, he's also married. For context, my brother-in-law, Michael, and his wife, Melody, hang out with my husband and I all the time. We've gone on countless double dates, and the four of us have always really gotten along. The boys have always been very close, and Melody has become a very good friend of mine, in addition to becoming family. Recently, I found out that they were having marital problems. To my husband and I, it just sounded like the typical growing pains of having kids and life's inevitable strain on marriage. Just sounded like they needed a little guidance to get back on track. Well, last night I got a series of drunk texts from Michael begging me to come over and straight up admitting his fantasies about me. I'm disgusted. I will be telling my husband, that's for sure. But I need help on how to do this so I don't break this family apart. How do I go about this, and what do I do after I tell my husband? I didn't reply to the text message and don't plan on it. Please help.
Hey, Susan, you know when we were talking about the elephant in the room?
Yeah, there's big
This
ones.
is a stampede.
This is cattle.
This
bulls.
is like,
Oh, girlfriend. Ooh. Well, when you
first of all,
say
it's going
you
to
don't
affect.
want to break the family apart, telling your husband is the initial part of breaking the family. He's going to kick his ass, as he should.
It's not going to go well. First of all, we have to say that the names Melody and Michael are
Michael.
not their real names.
Yes, I hope not.
So just in case Melody and Michael, you're out there and you're screwing around on
We're
your
not
partner.
talking about
We're
you.
not talking about you. It's a different Melody and Michael. But here's the thing. It's if you tell your husband, which you should do, I think. You know what? Let me say one other thing. I probably would have told my husband, but let's try this one on for size. I'm not sure I would do this, but Susan, how about this? She calls Michael up and says,
Are you nuts?
are you out of your nuts? Don't ever do this again, because the next time you do this,
I'm
I'm telling your wife
I
and my
agree.
husband, you want to have a family? Don't ever do this to me again. I
I'm
might
going to give
start
you
with
the
that.
benefit of the doubt right
That
now.
you are a drunk
and
fool.
Let you off the hook. Don't
What do I-
you dare.
What do I always say to you? People use being drunk as an excuse. Nope. He used drunk as an excuse to tell her what he really feels,
what
his
he really
fantasies.
feels. The truth comes
but he'll
out
say,
from
"Oh, I didn't
drunks."
mean it. I was just drunk." Oh, yeah, you did.
bullshit.
Yeah, you did.
He's obviously attracted to her. I wonder who's the bigger brother.
I don't know. But would you do it?
Not.
What would-
I wouldn't tell it first. I would do exactly what we just said.
Yeah.
I would tell him, look, this is your warning. I don't want to break your whole family relationship up, because you know what happens sometimes, Kathy? She's trying to do the right thing and he won't stop, and she tells, and then they have this huge thing, and then the mother-in-law's involved, and then everybody's mad at you for telling.
No,
Like,
this is what
seriously.
Italians do. The rest of us will sweep it under the carpet.
Keep
We
your
don't want
mouth
anyone
shut.
to know. I don't know. I think when she says, I'm going to tell I didn't respond to the text messages, I wouldn't respond in text. I would call him on the phone and I would speak very slowly, anonymous, very slowly and very quietly. Listen and listen to me very carefully. I'm going to let this one slide. If you
I'm only
ever
going to say this once.
Yep, and I'm going to let it slide. And if you ever so much as look at me the wrong way again, our families will be toast. You have problems with your wife, go figure it out. Of course, then
And
I
you
wonder.
know what? You don't think she's going to feel uncomfortable, the four of them together. It's not going to be the same since he did that. And eventually the wife, Melody, or her husband are going to realize what's up with you.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You don't think, I think if that happened, I think I could get over it. I mean, it didn't
I
happen to
could
me.
forgive it and get over it if he
Yeah.
just chills the frig out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But he's
So
going to be a
she has
fucking
to make
asshole. No way. No way.
Watch your language, young
Well, I'm
lady.
sorry. When it comes to that, I got to say it like it is. That's his
Well,
brother's wife.
I know. I don't care if it's the girlfriend, the next door neighbor. That's called cheating. Any way you want to put it, it's cheating. So I would take
And
the
he
bull by
told
the
her
horn.
his fantasies about it. I wonder what that was like.
Jesus, Susan, really? That's
It's
the
like
question.
reading a good book.
Hold on. I want Bachelor Nation. Are you hearing? This is what Susan wants to know. What are the fantasies? We're down
what
to
did
it
he
now.
say exactly?
God, Susan, Jesus, stop reading these romantic novels and
They're fun, Kathy. They're
oh,
fun.
Lord. You know what? We got to move on. We got to move on. Anonymous, let us know what happens.
Good
I
luck,
really do
sweetheart.
think, think you need to call him and really give some thought before you go to your husband on that, because this
Give
could
him
go
that
south.
Babbitt talk.
What do you think of when you hear Amazon Prime? Delivery trucks outside your home, your favorite streaming shows, of course. Golf,
When Theo's career ever been in a
Cola on the table. Celebrate the power of
the story of Valerie and Girl Summer.
Introducing new Caesar warm bowls. Potatoes and broccoli, or slow-cooked chicken and beef with vegetables and a hint of cranberry.
Today's Golden Spotlight is all about STIs and safe sex. We'll be doing a Golden Spotlight.
Warm bowls are an exciting new way for pet parents to elevate everyday meal experiences. Shop new Caesar warm bowls online and in stores today.
Okay.
Oh my
Now
God.
we'll be doing a Golden Spotlight where we discuss something that is impacting the golden community. Today's Golden Spotlight is all about STIs and safe sex.
Can I say, what's an STI and what's safe sex? Just kidding.
So right away, this place comes to mind, and God forgive me if anybody out there that lives there, prove me wrong. But there's this place in Florida that's a really great
The
place to go
Villages.
retire. Yes, and that's all I hear. That's a great place to get an STI, STD. What do they do down there? Have orgies? I mean,
I don't know, Susan. I heard you have a one-way ticket down there, so you must want to
I've
find out.
never been, Kath. I've never
Yeah, well, there's still time. Okay.
Okay, STIs for Goldens are on the rise. For instance, per the American Medical Association, rate of syphilis, gonorrhea, and chlamydia more than doubled among those 55 or older, over the past 10 years. But for those aged 65 and older, chlamydia cases more than tripled between 2010 and 2023. Gonorrhea cases increased sixfold, and syphilis cases soared in numbers nearly tenfold. Why do you think that is? And what are the conversations regarding safe sex like for Goldens?
Okay, I let me just say, I can't even believe I'm admitting this. First of all, what you just read was a quote from the American Medical Association.
Yes.
This is not our opinion. That is a
No,
quote.
no,
so
that was fact.
if you don't
Yes.
agree with those facts, take it up with the American Medical Association. I would say that, I mean, I don't.
I have my opinion.
I think there's a lot of, people having a lot of sex.
Well, a lot of people aren't married anymore. There's so many divorces and there's so many single people out there. And some of them just need sex, or some of them just need that companion friend with benefits, don't want anything more, but they don't ask first.
Well, wait, Susan, I love you.
I
Did
asked.
you? Hey,
Not that
Susan,
they're gonna
you
tell the
ask?
truth.
You
Yes.
ask? You know what I
Yes.
get? I make them get a lab test. I want proof. I will not sleep with a guy. I mean,
I don't
listen,
blame
first of all,
you. I don't blame you.
They have to be
Because
tested.
that's why they're on the rise. People don't. And,
I mean,
and they're getting
it's the-
multiple partners. That's how this starts.
You know what this is called? The elephant in the room. Nobody wants to ask, hey, when was the last time you were tested
tested.
for sexually transmitted diseases or
what
infections?
You were tested. You don't have to spell it ABC.
Well, no,
When's the
you
last
think I'm
time you
kidding?
were tested?
I want to see the paper and I want to see it dated. Yes, I do. And then I wonder why I'm not in bed with any men. Guess they don't want to spend the money for the lab test. Oh, well, sucks to be you. You don't know what you're missing out on.
No offense, people in the villages. This happens everywhere. But I think that's exactly why, because people are tired of being alone and they want a partner to enjoy sex with, and they're embarrassed or
But you know
don't
what's-
care.
I guess.
ask.
But you know what's funny is
I know myself whether I'm good or not because I keep myself tested. You know what I'm saying? I go to the doctors every year. I
You
know
get-
all about
you
my
get
body, but I
sexually
don't know where he was. You know?
Susan, I have some very sad news to break to you. The fact that you go every year and get tested for STIs doesn't help you one whit if the guy
if you
you're
sleep
sleeping
with somebody that didn't, yes.
Yeah, so
I know.
really,
Well,
get
that's what
them
I'm
to get
saying.
tested.
I know I'm okay,
But yeah, but that's
you can't trust the partner. You got to know they're
you just
okay.
said to me you ask them.
I have. I
Asking,
most definitely have.
Susan, asking? Really?
Oh, I didn't ask for proof, so that's just as bad, I guess. But at least I
Yeah.
asked. I just want to have that conversation.
I want proof. I could care less about the conversation. I mean,
No, that's not how you do it.
I'm just saying, I do not. First of all, I don't have indiscriminate sex. Let's start there, or at least not yet. You know, there's still time in my life.
Give her time.
But right now, I don't do that. But I'm just saying, I have girlfriends. I'm not mentioning any names because that will bite me in the you know what. But I have girlfriends who have gotten STIs, who've had to have some serious surgeries, who have had.
For not being careful.
Things that
and
they
it's not a condom that's going to save them. You know what I mean?
Well, I hate to
helps,
tell you,
but-
it helps. But some of these women, I'll ask them, did you, because, I look at the elephant in the room. I'll talk to the elephant about condoms. Did you use a condom? And they'll look at me like, well, no, he didn't want to. And I said, well, now how do you feel about it? Because now you've got warts.
Now you're
How you
suffering,
feeling?
yeah.
How you liking that? I mean, I don't get it. It's a lifelong problem.
It's just stupidity. Like you really need
I
to
think
address this because
Goldens
it's
think-
real. I remember when AIDS first started, everybody was, oh, it was only for gay. No, it wasn't. It was for everybody. Now, thank God they have that down to you could stay alive on medication, but it is because
Hell, there's medication. You're undetectable if you have AIDS now, which is even
and it's
better.
because of stupidity of not keeping yourself in check as well as your partner. It's just safe.
Well, listen to you. Safe sex means asking the guy. HIV.
Now I need written proof. Thank God I'm in a relationship.
Huh?
Thank God I'm in a relationship.
Oh, did you get proof from him?
With that being said, It's true. I can't believe those numbers are that high between
Yeah.
65 and up. These people don't care anymore.
Wait,
or
I
what?
got to clarify something. I just misspoke. HIV is is now undetectable. If you have AIDS, that's full blown. HIV is what
HIV.
is the virus that causes it, and now there's medication where people can be it can be undetectable, which is great because
Yes.
you know
and they won't
it's-
spread it. Exactly.
Well, you
exactly.
won't. Well, yeah, but more
Yeah.
importantly, you're not dying from it. A lot of
this is
people died. Anyway,
What
I
an
think
episode today was.
yeah, I don't know. I think I'm in the minority because when I ask a guy, they are shocked.
I've
They
had
go, "Well,
guys
I'm
that
clean."
thank
I'm like,
me.
"Really? Because you can't
He
prove it by
actually-
me."
Thanked me for asking because I really appreciate that.
Who?
I really appreciate that because it
Wait,
feels
who are we talking about? Frederic?
No. One of a partner that
somebody
I
else.
had
Yeah.
once upon a time, and he said, "I appreciate that because I hate to have to ask that, but I do as well." I said, "Well, good, we're on the same page."
Yeah, asking doesn't do it for me. I'm just being honest. Because
I
and
trust
I don't know
people's
whether
word, which is
people.
stupid.
Huh?
I trust people's word, which is stupid sometimes.
I
yes.
wonder if Goldens think they're too old to get
to have an infection or a disease. Anybody.
I know that's the facts.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if Goldens think, they're sexually whatever, they can't have babies anymore.
No,
I mean,
I
who
think
knows
they
what
don't
goes
give
through
a
their
shit
head?
anymore, and they want to go out and have an orgasm. They don't care.
Well,
It's a wild epidemic.
holy smokes. Okay. This has been way too much fun for me. Thank you to our listeners for joining us today. We hope you've learned all about elephants and safe
In
sex.
the room and money and,
And
money.
safe sex.
And make sure you follow us on Bachelor Happy Hours. We have new episodes coming out constantly, and you don't want to miss this. I mean, after all, look at the statistics that we showed you today. That's something you probably did not know.
Honestly, I would like people to write in. I'm being very serious. I would like, write in anonymously. Tell us, what has your experience been? Have you, do you ask for proof do you practice safe sex, which is either using condoms
Right.
at a minimum, but having tests done to prove that they're clean? Do you do that? I'd be curious what people would answer. And by the way, not just Goldens.
No.
Not just Golden.
Not
So,
just
let us know. We'd love to hear from you on that. And make sure you submit your questions to us about something other than safe sex, please.
Please.
All you got to do is go to bachelornation.com/golden hour or DM us on Instagram at Bachelor Happy Hour.
And listen to the Bachelor Happy Hours Golden Hours podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you listen to your podcast. Until next time.
See you later.